Anakha PV, can you continue what our Sneha has said?
Cost accounting.
Hmm.
It's a records of cost relating to
Hmm.
products, operation, and function.
Hmm.
It establishes a budget,
Hmm.
standard cost, actual cost of operation,
Hmm.
um, analyze the variance and profitability of
Hmm.
profitability,
Hmm.
um, profitability,
Okay. Can you see one slide which I have shown to you, which I have shared with you? Can you see that?
yes,
Okay. In that, we have categorized our accounting into three, right? Can you
financial
can you explain that slide?
financial accounting is a recording of the profit and loss.
Hmm. Right. You're right. Excellent. Then.
Management accounting.
Hmm. Okay. Tell me.
um, about the managerial aspects for managing.
Hmm. Managing a firm. Okay. Then what about the third one?
Cost accounting, um, it is tool of management.
Hmm.
It provides a detailed records of the cost
Okay.
related to product operation or function.
Okay. Okay. Good. Muhammad, can you explain little more on that?
Uh, yes, yes.
Hmm. Try.
So we yesterday studied about introduction to cost accounting.
Hmm.
There are three categories of accounting.
Hmm.
They are financial management,
Hmm.
management accounting, and cost
Okay.
accounting.
Okay. So, could you tell what are the primary functions of these three?
Financial management record profit and loss,
Financial accounting records.
records the profit and loss of a
Hmm.
firm
Hmm.
during a particular year.
Hmm.
Then management accounting records the managerial aspects of a
Hmm.
firm.
Hmm.
Then cost accounting is a tool of management that record the cost relating to products, operations, or functions.
Hmm. Okay.
It also estimates the future cost.
Excellent. Excellent, Muhammad. Thank you. So we will go with what Muhammad, Sneha, and who was there? Uh, the third person who had Anaka, right? Okay. So what?
Miss
Yes.
Miss
Yes.
Nivya, I heard you calling my name, but
Hmm.
I was not able to connect at that
That's
time.
that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay,
we are
Miss.
going with our class. We are continuing with our class. So what I would like to share with you what exactly what they have discussed. But what one thing you can remember about management accounting is management accounting use the information provided by financial accounting and cost accounting for making managerial decisions. So that is a basic. That is, they are not having another set of data. They are taking the data that what has been supplied by the financial accounting department as well as cost accounting department for taking various managerial decisions. For example, financial accounting department may supply data regarding the financial position of a firm. So they will look at, okay, whether the financial position is satisfactory or not, whether the debt equity proportion is correct or not, whether the profit earning capacity of the company is in the right mode or not, and they take a decision based on that. Same as a case, cost accounting department also will supply with cost information. So based on this information, they will take many decisions like make or buy. Should we go with making this particular product or should we buy it from outside? Maybe they also look at, should we have little more products in our product line? Should we add little more products in our product line? Or maybe they take up a decision as, should we reduce the cost of operating cost because it's shooting up? So likewise, the management accountant, it normally comprises of the administrative body. They take up the decision using the information supplied by both these departments. Now, in this subject, as everybody said, we would be discussing about the cost accounting, the functions of cost accounting department, right? So yesterday we said cost accounting is a tool of management which provides records of costs, right, for the planning purpose as well as for the control and management purposes. And some of the tools used by cost accounting departments are budget, preparation of budget, standard costing techniques, where you set a standard and you compare with your actual with your standard set performance. And then there are many other tools which we'll be learning in the near future, right? Now, going ahead, I stopped here, I believe. Cost accountancy is nothing but application of costing and cost accounting principles and methods and techniques. Now, why do we apply this? Cost accountancy is a branch of accountancy in which we apply the principles and techniques of cost accounting. The primary purpose of that is cost control and management. Even if you forget everything, please don't forget that the primary purpose of cost accountancy is cost control, cost management. So in order to have a better control, you have to know what it is. So that is why we say cost ascertainment. And if I have to control and plan it for future, I have to know in future what is my cost that is going to or that I might incur. So that is why I will think about my future cost. What is the cost which I will incur in future? So we are talking from the perspective of a firm. We are not talking from the perspective of an individual. Of course, when we look into a family, also the same thing happens, right? Our parents might be having a salary or a regular income. In that, we plan our expenses. Yes, I need to pay the expense, monthly expense for my son or daughter. I have to buy so and so things for my home. I also have to pay the rent. So those are the expenses which we would be planning based on the revenue or income we are getting. Same way, when we discuss about cost accounting, we are discussing from the angle of cost accounting department within a company. So this is actually a course which gives you an eye opening towards, if you are part of cost accounting department, what all you would be performing. So this is mainly tuned towards that kind of job. If not, this will give you a direction towards, if you are an entrepreneur, how to plan for your cost, how to manage your cost, how to implement costing techniques in your firm, all these things. But if you are an individual, you will just get an idea about what are the factors that can contribute towards the cost management in an organization or maybe at your home itself. So that is what we are planning. But whenever we are discussing the principles, techniques, we would be discussing from the angle of a company, of a department, right? We are not going into the individual aspect, right? So if I say that as conclusion, cost accountancy will include the costing, the principles, cost accounting, the branch, then the techniques which we use for control of cost, which means budgetary control, cost audit. Audit is nothing but once it has happened, you are just going back and seeing whether it has happened as per plan. If not, what are the stages? What are the steps to be taken to correct that? All that would be verified in the main branch called cost accountancy. So costing is part of cost accountancy. Cost accounting is actually the principle what you follow in cost accountancy though. So that's why we say cost accountancy involves costing and cost accounting, right? It is method and techniques. It includes the methods and techniques for cost management, right? Now, going ahead, costing. That's what I was telling about. Costing is the techniques and process of ascertaining the cost. Now, about this technique component, we would be learning we will have this theory part here, but the actual doing will happen in the next semester. So if I don't understand the process, will I be able to do techniques very nicely? No, the answer is no. So I really have to understand what are the processes associated with costing if I have to understand the techniques very clearly. Now, what is technique? I have put in red where you have to concentrate. Okay, so technique refers to principles and rules, the basic guidelines which you would be following when you're ascertaining costs for different manufacturing sector or service sector. It can be a manufacturing sector as well as a service sector. As I said yesterday, the nature of cost can be in the form of manufacturing expense, that is material expenses, labor expenses as well as overhead or otherwise direct and indirect expense. So these are the broad three categories of expenses that will happen in a firm. 1, material cost. 2, labor cost. 3, it will be expenses. Say, for example, material cost would be, see, suppose if you are a construction company, okay, so for you, the material cost might be cement, right? Might be metal, might be the other raw materials you require for going with your construction process. That will be sum total of your material cost. For you, labor cost would be associated with the salary of the manager, the wages of the workers who are engaged in your production process. So that will be your labor cost. And then your other expenses can be the expense connected with payment of electricity. You're using electricity for your production purpose. So that can be your, I hope I'm audible. Sandra, can you hear me?
Yes, Miss.
Please indicate if there is some trouble, because I will not be knowing. I will be sitting here and making the presentation, assuming that you're listening to me. So if there is any trouble, just indicate me here. Otherwise, my phone is kept here. If I'm logging off from here, just indicate me through my phone. Okay, thank you. Fine. So I was talking about the principles and rules. So yeah, expenses can be, it is connected with electricity expenses can be there, your water charges can be there, other expenses which are not, may not be directly related with your production process, but that will contribute to your total cost. So these are the 3 areas of cost which we would be learning in this semester. That is ascertainment of cost related to material, ascertainment of cost related to labor, and ascertainment of cost related to overhead. So these are the 3 things what we are going to learn here in this semester. And as I said, the technique refers to principles and rules which are used for ascertaining the cost. So that is all about costing. Now the process is nothing but the day-to-day routine of determining the cost. See, on a daily basis, how do I ascertain my cost? It will be put within the method of costing. Maybe you can say that the nature of job will differ from company to company. Say some company, they produce goods in batches. Say for example, pharmaceutical. They will not produce one crocin at a time, but they would be producing one batch of crocin or medicine, paracetamol. If you look at the back of that, the strip, the medicine strip which you buy, you can see the batch number. So it is understood that their production is not happening in single unit. Production is happening in batches. So the cost ascertainment for that industry would be different from that industry where production happens in individual units. Say I'm talking about construction of a bridge. Okay, construction of a bridge. It will not happen in batches. I cannot produce 10 bridges at a time. I will be concentrating on production of one bridge at a time. So there the production is not happening in batch. So the method used over there would be totally different from what I use for manufacturing or what the method is used in industry where manufacturing of product is done in batches. The biscuits, you might be consuming a lot of biscuits, chocolates and all. So behind the product, when you look, you can see the batch number, which is understood that the product is not manufactured as a single unit. The product would be manufactured in batches. So the method used for ascertainment of cost for those types of product would be different from this one, which I was talking about, construction of a bridge. Right. So that is why we are learning all these methods within the broad subject cost accounting. Okay. So that can be used for different industry as well as if you are planning to become entrepreneurs, that also could be useful for you. So I'm going ahead. So we had been discussing this from yesterday. The primary objectives of cost accounting, first one which should run into your mind is to determine the production cost. Okay, to determine the production cost means what is the actual cost associated with the production of a particular product. You know why? What is the requirement for that? If I do not know what is the cost, will I be able to control that? No. So if I want to control that, I should understand what is the cost associated with that particular product, right? So that is why the primary objective of cost accounting is to determine the cost. Now, second one, it is related with planning and control on a regular basis. Now, why do we need that planning and control on a regular basis? Because if everything happened and then if you are going to control, there is no point. Only thing is that you can plan for future. But if I want to control currently what is happening in my firm, I should do that on a regular basis. Now, if you look from an industry, a big industry, this is not manually done. They have a system. They have a computerized system where they do it on a regular basis. See, you can, if you have moved into a supermarket, okay, you can literally see this in front of you. See, when you are buying one product, automatically they are using the barcode to register it in their software, right? So the stock will be reduced with that particular quantity. Suppose if you bought 1 kg of sugar, automatically the stock will come down by that. Then at the end, they will verify whether the total available quantity of sugar as it matches with the record in the system, is it matching with the available quantity in shop? If not, there something has happened in between. Maybe there is a theft which has happened in between, or maybe they lost something in between. So they will make a record. That is something called a stock taking. See, even in a small kirana shop, they do that on a regular basis. They will check whether everything is matching with their existing stock records. So for that, you really have to have a control on a regular basis. That control is what is called as another function or objective of cost accounting. And the next thing is, I have done my regular control correctly. I have recorded my cost regularly. Now I also have to plan for my future. I have to look into my future and decide what is going to happen in future. If I have to bring a control in my cost in future, I have to supply this information. The current information need to be used for future planning. So that is also another function of cost accounting department. Supply of this internal decisions, information for taking decisions in future. Providing the information by systematically recording that, analyzing that, preparing cost sheet, and supplying to the various authorities for taking appropriate decision. So these are the primary objectives of cost accounting. So first is to determine the production cost. Second is to plan and control cost on a regular basis. And third one is to supply this information to the relevant department, maybe to the managerial department, for planning for the long-term decisions, for planning for future. So these are the primary objectives of cost accounting. Now I'm coming to you. Okay, maybe you can just read across. I have put few lines here, just read across, and then I will I would like to hear it from you. I will ask a question. Can you read through the slides which I've shared with you? Somebody would like to ask me something? If you have some doubt, if you would like to ask me something, you can also do that. Because I'm not in a position to see your face. If I see your face, I can understand whether you are getting what I'm talking or not. Now the situation is I have only, as you say, circles in front of me, except Anil. Anil is fully present here. Because looking at him, I feel confident. Yeah, there are students in front of me. So that's good. So if you have some doubt, you can ask me. If not, I'm going to pose a question to you. I will wait for 2 minutes. Okay. Now, the question is, Sharon, you're here? Sharon? Sharon Anil?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My question is like this. First, let me ask you, and then I will pass on the question to others. My question is, you have two industries in front of you. Okay.
Okay.
You have a construction industry. You have a construction industry in front of you, as well as you have a textile industry. The question is open to all. Okay. The question is open to all, but I'm presently placing it before Sharon. So in front of you, there is a construction industry and a textile industry. Can you observe some kind of difference with respect to the nature of cost for these two industries? Difference with respect to the nature of cost for these two industries. All of you think. Sharon will start with. You can think, Sharon, and then place it. So others also.
The manufacturing industry have more cost than textile industry.
The first one is construction, not manufacturing. Construction industry.
Construction industry.
So nature,
I'm right.
Okay. What you said is cost-wise. Generally, construction sector would be incurring more cost. Then what else?
Yeah.
What else?
Then.
Okay, you think. Hamdan, I'll place the question to Hamdan. Hamdan, can you say Hamdan? And in between, if you get an answer, you can also come back, Sharon.
Miss, എൻ്റെ ഞാനിപ്പോൾ കയറിയുള്ളൂ നെറ്റ്വർക്കിന്റെ ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടായി.
Okay, so you were not here.
ഇല്ല, ഇടയ്ക്ക് വെച്ച് കട്ടായി പോയി. ഞാൻ കേറാൻ നോക്കിയിരുന്നു, ഇപ്പോഴാണ് കയറിയത്.
Okay, Hamdan, fine. Now,
ഈ സ്ലൈഡൊക്കെ വാട്സപ്പിൽ ഇടുമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടായോ?
I will. Once I finish it, I will put it. Okay. By Friday, I will put it. So Monday, we will have an online test based on what we are discussing in the class. So Friday, I will put it. Okay, Hamdan. Hamdan, let me ask you a question. It's a common sense. It's just a common sense. So do you find the difference between, what is the difference between the cost of a construction industry and a textile industry? The cost of a construction industry and a textile industry. One point she has said, generally the cost of construction sector industry or company would be higher than the one of in a textile company. The per unit cost should be generally high. Other than that,
raw materials variation, cost in the variation ആണോ?
raw material cost in എങ്ങനെ variation?
അതിപ്പോ എങ്ങനെയാ പറയാ?
Try. Okay, think. Someone else? Can someone else give me an answer here? Someone else? There is no. Yes.
Construction industry deals with raw materials and all, but textile industry deals with finished goods.
Okay, that is my communication gap. I was intending about textile manufacturing units. Say, for example, you talked about retail units, finished, the retail shop, but I was talking about textile manufacturing units. So they also have raw materials. The raw material would be cloth, buttons, all these would be their raw material. Tell me your name, please.
Sandra.
Okay, Sandra. Good. But that is my communication gap. Actually, I was talking about both into the manufacturing.
Okay.
Then, in that case, let me see who can make. Even if you go wrong, I have no issues, but I want you to speak. You're learning. So there are, you are in the court where you can make lot of mistakes. but you have to try. Let me see who is a smart fellow, girl or boy here in this class who is ready to make a guess.
Miss,
Yes. You
both,
You
both
are? You are?
Muhammad.
Muhammad. Okay, try Muhammad.
Both company need to determine their product cost.
Will both company will?
Both company need to determine their product cost.
Okay, right. But do you find any difference in these, in that determination of product cost? Just imagine that you're running a construction sector or textile sector. What would be the difference? See, normally, okay, I put an example for construction. You're constructing, say you imagine the metro. That's a construction company. Metro is going up. So you imagine that.
Miss,
Huh.
രണ്ട് പ്രോഡക്റ്റിന്റെയും വാല്യൂ കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ കമ്പനിക്ക് ആയിരിക്കില്ലേ കൂടുതല്?
That is correct. The value would be little high. Cost also would be high.
പിന്നെ ഓരോ റോ മെറ്റീരിയൽസിനും ഇപ്പൊ കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ കമ്പനിക്ക് ആണെങ്കിൽ ഓരോ റോ മെറ്റീരിയലിനും ടെക്സ്റ്റൈൽ കമ്പനീനെക്കാട്ടും കൂടുതലായിരിക്കും.
Okay, per unit cost is high for construction company. Then little more. What is your name?
ഷാരോൺ.
Okay, Sharon. Okay. Then little more.
പിന്നെ
പറയൂ. 939. Profit depends on the situation. When you're putting more cost, automatically your profit expectation would be high. 939 was telling something. Can 939 tell me something?
കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ കമ്പനിയുടെ കോസ്റ്റ് അല്ല ടെക്സ്റ്റൈൽ കമ്പനിയുടെ കോസ്റ്റ് എപ്പോഴും റെക്കറിങ് ആയിരിക്കും. കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷന്റെ നോൺ റെക്കറിങ് ആയിരിക്കൂലേ? വൺ ഡേ ഹാവ് ഫിനിഷ്ഡ് ദേ വോണ്ട് ഹാവ് എനി ആ പ്രൊജക്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞല്ലോ.
Okay, good, excellent, very good. So what is your name?
Neha.
Yes, what Neha has said is excellent. That is a logic to that. In case of construction company, they are going with a particular project. So the cost is ascertained for that particular project. There is difference with respect to cost ascertainment. But when you look into a textile manufacturing company, normally production happens in batches. So their production cost is ascertained for a particular batch. You imagine a textile manufacturing company manufacturing shirt. You know what they do? They will put the cloth on the table. If you look, there are many YouTube videos connected with that. They will cut it. In that cutting, they might be having the shape which is made for 100 shirts together. They're doing that in batches. So in a textile industry, cost computation is for a batch, whereas in a construction sector, it is for a particular project. See, the same cost ascertain. That's what I wanted to communicate to you also. For the same project, for the same cost ascertainment as such, it would vary from industry to industry. See here, in case of construction sector, it is for a project. In case of textile industry, it is for a batch of product. When you talk about some industry, other service industry, it is for a particular service being rendered. See, you imagine a tour company. Okay, so there the cost would be for a particular package, tour package. Say our Google would be knowing. Google is having he is taking trips. So for him, the cost computation would be for each trip, right? Google is here or not? Google, are you listening? No, went off. Okay, so what I was trying to say is, so the ascertainment aspect remains same, concept remains same, but how it is applied, it varies from industry to industry. So that is the logic in understanding cost ascertainment, right? So we talked about the primary objectives of cost accounting, that is ascertainment of cost, control of cost on a regular basis, use of this information for future plan. But you have to remember that the ascertainment, the word is common, but its implication would vary from industry to industry. With this note, I'm going to stop. Tomorrow, you have to prepare and come back with. Okay, you are ready to write the question? Are you ready? Yes, Sandra? Can you write the question
Yes,
for
yes.
tomorrow?
Okay.
My question for tomorrow is identify the nature of cost. There is another thing which I would like to add what Sharon said. See, for construction industry, normally they will not calculate the cost for 1 year. Suppose if the project is for 2 years, what they do is the total cost is not computed in one annual year. It is computed in the 2 years. Since the project is extending to 2 years. Now you can imagine metro. It is taking more than 2 years for the project to complete. So the total cost is computed for the entire period, not in 1 year. But generally textile industry, that's not like that. It is one batch they will finish. After that, they'll start with the next batch. So it will happen like 6 to 7 times in a year. Right. So tomorrow, what you have to understand, what is nature of cost? Write the question. What is nature of cost? How does it vary from industry to industry? So beginning of the class, I will start with listening to you. You have to prepare this and come. Okay. What is nature of cost? How does it vary from industry to industry? So that's my question for today. Is it clear? Is the question clear, David? David, is the question clear for you, David? David also went for sleeping. See, all of you remember, once I learned your names, it's just a few minutes or few days task. Then I would be occasionally calling everyone because I like calling names. Right. So David also went, I think, for having breakfast. So the question, I believe it is clear. Anthony is here. Anthony, Steve? No. Ben is here.
Yes,
Okay, Ben. The question is clear for you?
yes, miss.
Okay, fine. Thank you. And so this is it. You have to prepare for tomorrow's class. Then one more thing, I had asked your parents' number, phone number. See, it is not an issue if your parent do not have a smartphone. Just give the number to Sandra, both your parents. I will start a group. And once there is a meeting, you can give your phone. The meeting would be only in the evening, maybe Sunday evening. I just want to speak to them, let them know what is happening here in the class. So I want both the parents' number. Please help Sandra. Charles also should help Sandra. So Charles is not attended. No, he's not here, I believe, for today's class. Please do that so that Sandra can do that as early as possible for me. Okay. Thank you all. We will meet tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
miss.
miss.
Thank you.
Hello.